Good morning, student. As in the last class, all of you understood the different types of polynomial. Today we are going to start from exercise 2.2. So the first question over here is find the value of the polynomial at x equal to 0, at x equal to minus 1 and at x equal to 2. Okay. So here your given polynomial is 5x minus 4x square plus 3. So already in the last class we have discussed that whenever we are writing the polynomial, it should always start from the highest degree. So our highest degree is x to the power 2, then comes this, then this number. So we have to consider the polynomial as minus 4x square plus 5x plus 3. Okay, so here there are three different points at x equal to 0, at x equal to minus 1 and at x equal to 2. So I am taking the first part here. So p of x equal to minus 4x square plus 5x plus 3. So p of 0, that means in place of x we have to put the value 0. So the first value of the answer is coming to be 3. In the second question, again we shall write the polynomial. Now we have to put the value to be minus 1. So the value of will be here, it will be 1 minus 5 plus 3. That is minus 4 minus 5 plus 3. Minus 9 plus 6. So this is coming to be minus 6. Okay. And the third is we have to put the x value to be equal to 2. So here when we are writing p of 2, that means in place of x we have to use 2 plus 3. So minus 4 into 4 plus 10 plus 3. That is minus 16 plus 13. So the value is minus 3. So in the first answer, p of 0 value is coming to be 3. P of minus 1 is coming minus 6 and p of 2 is coming minus 3. Okay, so in this way we find the value of different point for a common given polynomial. Okay. Similarly, if you go for the second question, find p of 0, p of 1 and p of 2 for each of the following polynomial. That means now your polynomial value is given here, p of y equal to y square minus y plus 1. That means in place of y you have to first put the 0 value, then the value of 1, then the value of 2. So I shall do the first question for you all, and remaining 2, 3, 4 you have to try by yourself. Okay. So I am taking my question number 2. So 2 of 1. So p of y is given here, y square minus y plus 1. So first you have to find p of 0, then p of 1, then p of 2. So here don't get confused. What are the points given here? In that value you have to simply substitute. Okay. So the first answer is 1. Then p of 1, that in place of y, now you have to put 1. So the second answer is always coming to be 1. And next is p of 2, that is in place of y, now you have to put 2 square. This will be 2 square minus 2 plus 1. So this will be 3. Okay. So p of 0 value for this polynomial is 1. P of 1 for the same polynomial is 1 again, and p of 2 is coming to be 3. Okay. Okay, so in the third question it is given, verify whether the following are the zeros indicated against them. So here in this first question, if you see, you have a polynomial and comma, it is given x equal to minus 1 by 3. Now you have to verify whether the following 0 mean x value, whether it is a factor of this or not. So to understand this, I am taking the first question. So p of x is coming given here as your 3x plus 1, where your x value is given minus 1 by 3. So if I substitute the value of x as minus 1 by 3, so if you solve this 3 at this 3 got cancelled, so minus 1 plus 1. So our answer is coming to be what? 0. Therefore, I can conclude that at x equal to minus 1 by 3, our polynomial value is coming to be what? 0. And whenever after substituting the value in the given polynomial, if your resultant answer is coming to be 0, that means we can say that it is a factor for this 0. Okay. Second question I am taking. Again, now your second polynomial is 5x minus pi. And in place of x, now it is 4 by 5. Now if you now put the value of x as 4 by 5 minus pi, so if you see here, now your resultant output is not 0, isn't it? Is it 0? No, the answer is coming to be what? 4 minus 5. 4 minus pi. Therefore I can conclude that at x equal to 4 by 5, p of x is not equal to 0. That means it is not a factor. If it was a factor, then our answer would have come 0. Okay. So in this way we can see whether the given x value is the factor of this polynomial or not. Okay. So I have taken again the third question, where you have a given polynomial here and your x here is given as 1 and minus 1. That means now you have to check for this 2x value. That means first you have to check for 1, then you have to check for minus 1. So while we are writing 1 square minus 1, so the answer is coming 0. And when I am taking minus 1 whole square minus 1, the answer is again coming to be what? 0. That means I can conclude that for both the value, it is a factor of this polynomial. So I hope all of you understood the concept of being a factor of the given polynomial. So whenever you are substituting the value in the given polynomial, if your resultant value is coming to be 0, then we can conclude by saying that it is a 0 of the given polynomial or it is a factor. But if your answer is not coming to be 0, then you can conclude that it is not a factor. Okay, so I have started doing the first three questions. So now you have to try the remaining question by yourself. Okay. Now in the last question, what is given here, you have to now find the 0. Find the 0 means now you have to find the polynomial is already given. Now you are asked to find the value of 0. 0 means how you will find the value of the x. So this is also a simple question here. So simply I am taking the first question. So polynomial value is given to be x plus 5. Here now there is no x value. You have to now find the x value. So how you will find? Simply you have to compare the polynomial to be with 0. And then if you write here x plus 5 equal to 0, then x is coming equal to how much? 5. So this is the value of the 0 for the first answer. Second is p of x equal to x minus 5. Same process, whenever you are asked to find the 0, you have to simply compare the polynomial with your 0 value. So x minus 5 equal to 0, that means x is equal to 5. Okay. The third question, p of x equal to 2x plus 5. So 2x plus 5 equal to 0, that means twice x equal to minus 5, x is coming minus 5 by 2. Okay. Similarly, for the fourth question, p of x equal to 3x minus 2. So p of x equal to 0. Then simply you can write 3x minus 2 equal to 0. That means 3x equal to 2. So your x value is coming to be 2 by 3. So in this way, you can find the value of the 0 also.